Cooking with Greymon is a new style of video that I want to start trying out on the channel. Normally, you'll see the fruits of labor of players with their deck profiles after significant deck testing, or results from an event. But how did they arrive at their decision for the number of cards they run, or what they run? Today's video is going to look at the newest Greymon from BT17, and how you can utilize it in several Greymon builds, which builds are most effective, and which ones are not. Remember my video from yesterday highlighted the fact that one thing that Greymon lacks is consistency. Because this Greymon is white, finding this Digimon is one hurdle that already makes it a pain when playing the deck. Because training and memory boost do not add this card, this is why part of me wishes this card was red or black as well. Additionally, consistency wise, there are only a handful of level 5s that cross over this Digimon regardless of color. Don't worry, I'll cover those in the later span of the video, and how they can make even great follow-up plays. Even if you can't make it into a specific level 5 Digimon, its other effect can help you cross back. But in order to solve this is why luckily when it comes to Tribal Greymon, there are plenty of agumons who can search for this card. Whether you go as far back as BT5 Agumon for the basic search of a Greymon or Omnimon Digimon off the top 3, or an even broader search off the top 4 cards for a Greymon or Omnimon and a Tamer with Tai Kamiya in its name. Though there are many others to still consider. The inclusion of Agumon X also allows for extra searching, and even color swap if needed. Before Agumon though, this Greymon's true strength lies in the Digivolution sources when you have a Koromon in it. BT17 Greymon is a level 4 white Digimon that costs 5 to play, and has a 3-cost Digivolution from a red, blue, yellow, or green level 3 Digimon generically. 2 from any Digimon with Agumon in its name. When Digivolving, if this Digimon's name is Koromon, it gains plus 3000 DP for the turn. Then delete one of your opponent's Digimon with as much or less DP as this Digimon. How does one get to being called Koromon? All turns, this Digimon has all the names of level 3 and lower Digimon in its Digivolution cards. Meaning this Digimon can be treated as Koromon, Agumon, or simply Greymon. There's a few fun tricks you can do with this, and I'll be covering that in the video as well. But the best thing about this Greymon is that for its on-deletion and Inheritable on-deletion effect, you may either hatch a new egg, or play a Tamer with Tai Kamiya or Kari Kamiya in its name. Whether you're looking for a pseudo-float of putting a potential new body next turn on promote, or adding another Tamer to the board, the power is in your hands. So now the question, what are the best Koromons to use? For its deletion-based effect, and in testing, DP increases can be some of the best things to utilize with this card. Remember, promoting out a level 3 Digimon with a Koromon that adds DP buffs means that when you Digivolve, your Greymon goes from 5000 DP to 8000 DP to another increase dependent on the level 2. And while there are several Koromons that can give DP buffs, unfortunately there's only one that gives you a static plus 1000 DP buff regardless when you promote, and that's BT9 Koromon. The other Koromons have conditional points for the DP increases, whether it be redirecting an attack first, or having more Digivolution sources. However, in certain circumstances, the yellow Koromon can also be useful. For the remainder of the video, I'll be going over 3 different examples of how the new Greymon can be utilized in black, red, and yellow. For the first example, how can one utilize Koromon with a yellow base? The best yellow Koromon comes from BT12. Because when one of your yellow or red Tamers becomes suspended, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 1000 DP for the turn. Meaning with BT13 Agumon promoting out of the raids, you can make your Memory Fixer Marcus Daemon into an attacker, who when attacking can immediately reduce one of your opponent's Digimon by 1000 DP, and another 3000 DP via Marcus's effect, before you Digivolve into Greymon, and nuke a Digimon with 8000 DP or less. One pro about this is that you can delete Digimon with even 12,000 DP. But the downside is that it's one that can easily proc ace Digimon who can disrupt the entire plan before going up the chain. One other convenient factor utilizing this Greymon is that because it gains the names of all level 3 and lower Digimon, it could also be an Agumon that now has the dinosaur trait. Which means you can use this as a soft stepping stone into BT13 GeoGreymon to play red or yellow Tamers from security. Another theory concept here is because this Greymon can play BT8 Kari Kamiya, when your Marcus Daemon gets deleted charging into battle, theoretically you could gain a memory when they recover to security. As for black Agumons, this lineup has the best consistency when it comes to using the training option cards to locate arguably the best Tai Kamiyas for Greymon decks. Because you have BT12 Agumon and defense training, these can locate your Greymons and ties relatively easily except for the white Greymon. While none of the koromons provide DP buffs statically, you do have the ability to promote up BT12 Agumon and give your Digimon an additional plus 1000 DP buff, and blocker from BT12 Taikamiya as well. Now Digivolving, you have the ability to delete a Digimon with 10,000 DP before taking a swing into security. While not able to delete level 6 Digimon, it does allow you to delete level 5 Digimon that are typically needed when it comes to blast Digivolving into the more powerful Ace Digimon, like Valkyremon Ace, Diaboromon Ace, and Mega Gargomon Ace. But of all the colors, Red has the most powerful ability of providing static DP buffs immediately with the least amount of consistency. While Yellow can be cheeky, the requirements of attacking can be a deadly drawback. And with Black, there's sometimes not enough DP. But promoting a BT9 Koromon with BT14 Agumon and a BT12 Taikamiya in play is a huge benefit right off the bat for two reasons. Number one, this Digimon immediately promoting out already gets a plus 1000 DP buff from Koromon and Taikamiya. And number two, with BT14 Agumon's effect, you can Digivolve into a Greymon in your hand for free because you have Tai in play. That means that when Digivolving, Greymon gains enough DP to delete Digimon with 12,000 DP or less. Without Tai, it would be an 11,000 DP removal for 2 memory. And while that's just one avenue of removal, when you add BT14 SkullGreymon, the results continue being absolutely hilarious. While you could X-Evo into Greymon X for that layer of protection to maintain SkullGreymon in play, if it's the only Digimon in play, this Greymon kind of wants you to get deleted. By trashing one card, you can now delete one of your Digimon with the lowest level, and one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest level. So BT17 Greymon deleting a Digimon, and SkullGreymon deleting a Digimon quickly becomes a 2-for-1, so now you can bring back Agumon to delete a 7000 DP body, assuming you have another Greymon in hand. The hilarious element here is that because of timing of effects, you could use Greymon's on deletion effect first to play the Tai if you don't have one in play, in order to play an Agumon that now has Rush. Again, one major fault with this Greymon being white is that it's not as easily searchable with training or memory boosts. And in doing so, if you do not have the x-antibody Greymon in play, there are only 3 Metal Greymons that this Digimon can Digivolve into. BT12 for the raid and piercing aspect of Greymon decks, Starter Deck for blocker and an extra security check, and Metal Greymon Ace. While Greymon X can bring you back to a red color, you could also utilize Agumon X as the crossback over with the ability to search for yet another Greymon and x-antibody, or even other Greymons like as previously mentioned GeoGreymon, BT12 Greymon, or even Starter Deck Greymon to cross back to an appropriate color. But one major problem is always Digimon Emperor. Food for thought, what were some of your favorite interactions that you learned from today's video? And do you see yourself cooking with this Greymon for the BT17 format? Let me know your thoughts, because come Thursday or Friday, I'll be doing my complete breakdown of BT17 boxes based on some metrics I've compiled from multiple players. Stay tuned, because the Secret Crisis is about to be a not-so-secret crisis for some people's wallets. This is DIGI-PANDA, logging out.